What's up, YouTube boys? We are so back here again for another video, man. Today we got a video uploaded by Cosmic Wonder. This one's called What If Episode 8 Breakdown and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness Connection. This week's episode was absolutely crazy. It was a dope episode. Probably, if not my favorite, one of my favorite episodes. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the Watcher finally intervene to some degree and basically face off against Ultron with all the Infinity Stones. Yo, it's crazy, but it was beautiful. It was nice. It was excellent. It was a different shift and change from what the normal was. So with that being said, we're gonna get into it. See what they got with this. Warren is gonna let us know how this connects to Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness and break down the episode. Let's get it. Let's go. Before we get into it, let me know down below in the comments, man, how was your day? Hopefully it was pretty good, and if it wasn't, hopefully this message just a little bit better. Let's get it. Let's go.
How's it going, everybody? It's Warren.
It's going pretty great, my guy.
Wonder where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. And last night we got possibly the best episode of Marvel's What If so far. The story was fantastic, but a lot of us were wondering how exactly would all of this tie into the MCU, and this episode showed us how. And while the story is amazing, and the next episode is probably going to be the best episode
even better
of the entire series, I definitely want to talk about how Marvel's What If is about to move into the live-action MCU.
He referenced this too with a video he posted a while back.
Our main MCU timeline, probably in Multiverse of Madness. And of course, with that, I'll talk about what exactly happened in this episode and talk about some really cool Easter eggs that they showed. And of course, if you're new, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out.
Oh, guys, I just got back from watching Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Overall, thought it was a decent film. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys want to see a review. I'm about to check out another video related to that, but you guys should definitely let me know if you want to see a review. If so, I'll post it probably sometime in the morning. So definitely let me know if you want to see that. All right.
Any of the latest Marvel videos. Now, this episode is titled, What If Ultron Won? And it's really bad news for everybody. The entire universe, in fact, not just our universe,
wish they had got James Spader back
The entire multiverse
to do the voice.
Is at jeopardy if Ultron wins. So they take us through a recap of our main MCU timeline where Ultron did not win, but instead Vision was born. And with the help of Vision, the Avengers were able to defeat Ultron, therefore saving the world, the universe, and the multiverse. However, in this What If universe, Vision is not born. Instead, Ultron takes the body that he designed for himself. He gets nuclear codes and successfully destroys the entire planet.
That was crazy. That was crazy. I didn't think he was going to do that. That was crazy.
Quinjet at the time, not on the ground where the nukes hit. So they are currently kind of the only hope. The episode opens on a scene of Natasha and Clint killing Ultron's AI drones. Then the Watcher proceeds to give us the backstory that I just mentioned. However, the Age of Ultron, like the second Avengers movie was titled, the Watcher says was only the beginning. And then the Mad Titan shows up.
Dude, when he
wielding 5 Infinity Stones. The sixth one, of course,
I was like, yo, he didn't just do that to Thanos.
Realizes that they are the same thing that is inside of his head, immediately kills Thanos and takes them.
Right.
Now, Thanos is extremely powerful and his skin is extremely tough, but it is no match for the power of the Mind Stone. So this is almost actually karma from the other universe where Thanos kills Vision by ripping the Mind Stone out of his head. In this universe, however, instead of killing Vision, the body that Vision had kills him to get the other Infinity Stones from him. And from here, Ultron realizes that there are other
Asgard,
planets, there's not just Earth. And
Sakaar,
eventually he becomes all-knowing, and he notices the Watcher. The Watcher realizes this and says if a hunger like that, referring to Ultron, was released upon the multiverse, he realizes that the entire multiverse could...
I got a question. You guys think... I'm under this impression, but think about it. All the different crazy, like, multiverse, Nexus event type of stuff that's going on is all leading up to not only Doctor Strange, but the Multiverse of Madness, but just the future of the MCU, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, I'm pretty sure is going to tie into Doctor Strange. The Wanda stuff's going to tie in. Loki stuff. Kang, that's going to tie into some other time stuff, potentially also multiverse. The Spider-Man, Doctor Strange stuff. If you see Venom, Let There Be Carnage. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff going on. It's like everything's playing their part, but it's like so many different... I don't know how to explain this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of different events taking place that are all eventually, I guess, leading to similar points. So it's like, I don't even... You know, you guys get on what I'm saying?
Be at risk of destruction, and this is how it's going to tie in the MCU. And I have a really big theory on this, but first, big thank you to Private Internet Access for sponsoring.
Hey, shouts out to the sponsors, man. Get your money, bro. That's dope.
And Private Byte was a month on the old Avengers Tower, a nice little Easter egg they threw in there. The Avengers were the only thing stopping Ultron from conquering the world. So when he finishes his conquest, he finishes it on the Avengers Tower. And once Ultron gets the Infinity Stones and realizes that there's more than Earth, he begins to go across the universe, doing what he really thinks is cleansing it. This guy is way worse than Thanos. He's not trying to kill half of the population for a somewhat justifiable cause, maybe, depending on how you view Thanos, but this guy is simply killing everything. So we go to Asgard, and he completely destroys it. It looks like Asgard is supposed to be destroyed one way or another in each universe.
Ragnarok,
then he goes to the Sovereign, and we see the Guardians
that was
of the
crazy.
Galaxy actually try to defend it as well. And
that
what's
was
interesting
crazy.
is this does appear to be Peter Quill, Star-Lord, not T'Challa, like we've seen in the past. This attack also is seemingly happening right during the time of the opening of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We then go to Sakaar. We see the Grandmaster and Buddy Cool trying to kill all of Ultron's AIs, eh? Unfortunately, they are unsuccessful. Sakaar goes down as well.
This is me. I'm gonna get out here, bro.
With ease, I might add, and then heads to Xandar. And if you slow some of this down, you can see some of the people scrambling. Some of those people are a part of the Nova Corps. And yes, some of those people may look like the character Nova, but remember, all Nova Corps wear that helmet. Now, he doesn't have such an easy time.
When are they gonna go
like
introduce full Nova?
And if
you know what I'm saying?
Really anybody who had a chance to stop Ultron, it would be Captain Marvel. Unfortunately, she is unsuccessful, and Xandar goes down. So Ultron eventually destroys the universe, and he's kind of heartbroken, like the Watcher says, because he realizes that his purpose is fulfilled. He is no longer necessary. However, as the Watcher narrates, we realize that Ultron becomes aware of the Watcher. The Watcher says that Ultron ascends to a previously unattainable level of consciousness. And this is what allows Ultron to actually become aware of the Watcher. And this freaks the Watcher out because he has seen everything in every universe, but he could not see this, and it startles him to the point to where he actually says, what the hell is this? And this is where things start to get very, very big.
Very, very big. I feel like he was talking about his head. Like, he's about to make a joke about his head. Watch.
And important, not just for the What If universe that we're watching, but for the entire
multiverse
of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the Watcher actually realizes this, and something you have to take into account is that Marvel Studios, the people, the producers at Marvel Studios have said that What If does connect to the MCU. And our question was always, how? But this episode helps us answer that a little bit more, and the answer is the Watcher. The Watcher has been established in the MCU at this point as the person who watches over the multiverse, not just one universe, but the multiverse.
So, I got a question. So how do all these guys, like, there's, like, so many different factions of, like, there's the TVA who's under Kang, and then, like, there's the Watcher who watches the multiverse. Kang manages the flow of the main MCU timeline, and, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? It's not too much, but it's a lot, you know? If you don't, like, pay attention to what's going on, I feel like a lot of casual fans are kind of, like, losing out right now. But nah, it's like, it's just, so does, like, Kang, I'm pretty sure he has to know the existence of the Watcher, and they're probably not working together, but, like, the Watcher sees Kang and sees what's happening, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying?
This does take place inside of the MCU. That means the Watcher is indeed real in the main sacred timeline. That means that in the universe that they are currently in, where Ultron is threatening the multiverse, he's actually threatening our sacred timeline as well. And we see that threat become a reality because Ultron actually breaks through his own universe's barrier, and he jumps into the multiverse and attacks the Watcher.
That was crazy.
Just went from
the Watcher
and having no purpose
had the hands,
to having a brand new destiny, destroying the multiverse. And when he finally finds the Watcher says, you do not have to do this, but Ultron says, it is my purpose. And from here we get an incredibly epic fight, and I hope we get something very similar to this in Multiverse of Madness, because this was insane. Now the only hope
this
for the
movie,
Multiverse
of Madness, is hyping up to be so much. I don't want to say I don't want to be let down, but it's like, you got to throw everything at us at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, go all out. Xavier, Captain Carter, Ghost Rider, Tom Cruise, Iron Man. Like, you gotta throw it all at us, man. It's just, man, it's
Time
crazy.
Natasha and Clint.
I can't wait
They
to see
search
that
for the
movie.
Files of Zola. We know that Zola is now an AI and pretty much the only chance of wiping out Ultron. And as
Which
they
is
head
smart.
to Siberia,
Call back to
Ultron and the Watcher
the Winter
go
Soldier.
at it in an epic multiversal fight. Now, as the Watcher and Ultron fight, we hear a really cool statement that has a lot of implications towards the future of the MCU. The Watcher says this shouldn't be possible, but Ultron then breaks out of the multiverse again and says, "Oh, but anything is possible in a multiverse." And again, big implications towards the actual MCU, because the multiverse is going to exist. It technically already does, but it's going to start to really come into play in Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. In fact, Ultron attacking the Watcher is definitely going to contribute to the madness of what's going to happen in Doctor Strange 2. Because as we can see when they fight, it's affecting other universes. They arrive to one universe, and the first thing Ultron does is completely wipe it out, pretty much making the universe just a plain desert. And as Ultron and the Watcher are fighting, Ultron says that he lacks the will to stop him, and we get probably one of the coolest lines in MCU history.
It's like, you don't know the limit of my will, or something like that.
Says, "You cannot compute the power of my will."
That was,
they fight again, and they break through several different multiverses.
That's when he started.
They land upon one, and Ultron becomes Galactus.
That was crazy.
For Galactus here, the devourer of worlds. We actually see Ultron doing what Galactus does, eating planets. And even the image that they show of him as he's going to eat this planet
Galactus.
looks just like him,
the helmet
which
and everything.
technically does mean that Galactus is MCU canon now, because this show is MCU canon. Now, what's really interesting is that Ultron / Galactus actually does devour that planet in that universe, and the Watcher gets sent into another one. Another one where Captain America has now become president of America. Cool. Steve Rogers is being sworn in as the president of the United States, which we see on a TV in the background. Whatever universe this is, I definitely want to see in live action, but then Ultron attacks the Watcher, and immediately when he smashes him, the universe shatters. We're then taken into a universe where they're at Wakanda, in which that shatters as well, turning into a universe where the Skrulls are, but of course, another punch means another shatter of a universe. And here's where Ultron drops the line that is going to affect the MCU. He says, "The boundaries of the multiverse are irrelevant to beings like you and me." The Watcher then runs. He hides himself in a different universe. But we find out that Ultron now has full control over the ability to jump to different universes and
this is crazy.
The multiverse. And this is the ultimate threat.
Kang has to do something about this, right?
Our previous friend, Strange Supreme, who has been trapped inside of that crystal ball this entire time. This answers the question that a lot of people had. Was he dead? The universe completely ceased to exist? Or is he trapped there? As it turns out, he is trapped there. But the Watcher went there for a specific reason. He needs his help. And he asks him for it. This is the first time that the Watcher is going to interfere because the multiverse is at jeopardy. And that's going to lead into the final episode where the Watcher kind of puts together a team that is kind of like an Avengers, but a galaxy multiversal Avengers. And this is most likely why the Illuminati is going to be formed in our MCU. It's rumored that the Illuminati and Multiverse of Madness are going to be revealed, and they're going to be a multiversal Illuminati tasked with protecting the multiverse along with the Watcher. Because remember, the Watcher is not supposed to interfere, however, he kind of had to in this situation. But hopefully, after this, it leads to the event and the formation of the Illuminati, and they will be the protectors of the multiverse. And since we're getting Strange Supreme, I would like to think that somehow he is actually going to affect Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Perhaps Strange Supreme and the Watcher have to warn our Doctor Strange in our main universe, the Sacred Timeline, about what is happening. Again, after No Way Home in Multiverse of Madness, it seems like the multiverse is going to become a lot more than just chaos, a lot more than just madness. It looks like it's all going to come crashing down. And I think after next episode, the last episode of Marvel's What If of this season, we're going to have a lot better of an idea of what to expect. So, last chance to drop all your theories about what is going to happen after the final episode.
I can't wait,
Marvel's
man.
What If right now. Drop them all.
The roster is pretty cool too. Captain Carter, Party Thor, Killmonger,
10 being
Supreme.
The best. Don't forget to subscribe.
I give it like a solid 9.5.
For live updates, you can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching.
Woof woof. All right, Cosmic Wonder said it here, man. He's broke down episode 8, which was insanely good episode. Gave it a 9.5. He also told us how it is. It's gonna interact and somewhat even connect with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Dude, I just can't wait to see that movie, bro. So much is happening. So much is going on. So much is taking place. I just saw Venom Let There Be Carnage, just to let you guys know. If you want to see that review, you want to see a review, let me know down below in the comments, man, because I will post one in the morning if you guys do want to see it. A lot is taking place in that movie. We all seen the video where it said Venom and Spider-Man potential crossover, maybe. Answers have been potentially confirmed within the movie. I don't know, man. With that being said, y'all let me know down below in the comments, man, how y'all felt about this news, how y'all felt about the episode, where do you rank it, and what do you feel is coming for the MCU after this. With that being said, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's free to subscribe. It takes less than 2 seconds to do. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram. LearSSO, same YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Peace.